Please pray and thank Almighty God for allowing us to see another dawn.
Did her ears just twitch?
I don't understand. If it was a business dispute, why did my rival target my family and not me? What good did it do? It was me they wanted, not them. It just doesn't make any sense.
But that means...
I've been reading my journal over and over again, trying to find...
But that means there's a reporter out there who knows all about this case.
That's true. There is a chance they may know something that can lead us in the right direction. It's not much, but let's pursue it.
A legendary race. If you're in need, welcome to our hotel. We eagerly await your next visit.
I wonder when he's going to come back. It's time to go to school. I'm so sleepy. Now, down to business.
I hope peace will return to the city.
Let's explore the unknown together. For the new world. Now we'll fight evil. Evil must be vanquished. You mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulph?
Ranulph? Yes, I think I do. Yes. The poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulph himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I? Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
Just hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
I've done what you asked.
I knew you could do it. That's great news for everyone. You'll be an inspiration to my readers. This will make a fantastic article.
I'm not one to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
What do you mean? Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so, you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Huh. You knew who I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with me. I won't tell anyone. Oh, by the way, I looked into Ranulph's past. I found something that might be helpful. The case was cold for a long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The Order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Reddick? I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
He mentioned that he was dead in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulph's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulph about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first.
Evil has a price.
Welcome in. Require a room? Come again. Anytime. Require a room? Come again, anytime.
Broadcast is brought to you by the Public Morals Office of the Order of Salvation. The time is now 6 p.m.
You really want to see the tears of an angel, don't you?
May the light of the moon
Well then,
dispel the
let's
chaos.
see. The price for today is... I'm so sorry. I know this is getting old, but I don't think I can sell them to you after all.
Look, if you can't sell me any, why don't you just tell me in the first place?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you insist on buying them when they're not what you're after in the first place? I know deep down, you really want something else.
You're a mind reader too?
Don't be coy. It's just that I can read people sometimes. I can sense what they're after.
Look at you, blessed with all these hidden talents. All right, what is it that I'm really after?
No need to be snide. What you're after is gone. Never to return. You lost something that was dear to you. An irreplaceable bond of some kind.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just a kid that's always been a little bit more perceptive than others, that's all. For some reason, I can sense what people want and how they're feeling. My tears are therapeutic for them.
I don't understand how it is that your tears can help people with their problems.
Well, everyone's been alive for so long now, their hearts are old and worn. They don't know how to feel anymore. Their tears have all dried up. People have lived for so long with feelings of sorrow and despair that it's become a natural part of them now. They don't even notice it anymore. They can't cry because they've forgotten how. That's why I do it for them. When people see my tears, it helps them remember how they used to feel. I think people should be able to laugh when they're happy and cry when they're sad.
The angel's tears you sell mend people's hearts. I'll admit, that's admirable.
I believe you can't smile a genuine smile without being able to cry genuine tears. I just help them remember what it's like. But I can't heal you with my tears. That's why I don't cry for you. Sorry.
Then what about you? Do you ever cry for yourself to mend your own heart?
Huh? For me? No, I haven't done that in a long time.
At least not for centuries, I'm guessing.
I think so. Why do you ask?
Just curious. She heals people by crying for those who can't, but she can't cry for herself. Her tears have become nothing more than a tool for her trade. An item to sell. No one seems to notice that, like everyone else, her heart needs healing too.
Welcome to our... We eagerly await your next visit.
God is protecting this city.
Who are you?
You of all people should know who I am. And what happened here. Think about it.
Your hair color. I guess I do know what happened. You were a victim of Vetra's fanatics, weren't you?
That's right. When I was alive, I spent my days as one of God's soldiers, keeping those heretics in line. It wasn't easy, but under the Order's authority, I worked day and night to keep the peace. That's probably why I was targeted.
It was certainly courageous, going against such a dangerous organization. Do you know anything about the Shadowhunter?
Rumor has it he's their leader, a renegade rebelling against the established order. Another one of society's outcasts. His actions weren't without good reason. In all fairness, we brought it on ourselves. The Order went through a dark period. A lot of mistakes were made back then. The Elders used their monopoly on food and goods to enforce the law.
Do as we tell you or starve to death. Neither's much of a choice, is it?
Of course, when you start reducing food supplies, what happens? The weak and innocent go hungry too. Then one day an incident occurred that shocked everyone. Someone stole and redistributed the food reserves to the children of Etro. Many of them were on the edge of starvation.
A heroic bandit.
Yes, rumor has it that during his operation, he snuck into the quarters of one of the elders and left a message on their pillow while they were sleeping. A bold move, huh? The Shadow Hunter will seek justice. The Order got scared and began distributing provisions to everyone again.
It's strange hearing the stories I've missed while I was asleep. So much has happened in the past 500 years that I know nothing about. We never crossed paths when you were still alive, and I can't even begin to imagine what you must have gone through during your lifetime.
I just wanted to pass on my stories before I disappeared forever. It's an honor to get to share them with you of all people. I appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you.
Even though their lives were taken from them, they continued to exist in our world. Each one of them still shining brightly, each one of them a single beacon of hope for all of us. Those who still carry on with their lives must never forget these innocent victims. If enough people remember to keep them in their hearts, these girls can live for eternity. Is that what she wanted me to know? Is that what she wanted the world to know? Accept death. Pray for rebirth. Evil has a price. You're nothing but the hunter's prey. I will fight evil. This is a fine adventure. You think you can be forgiven? Do you dream of death? You think you can be forgiven? Let's explore the unknown together. Time to change course. Wish I had my bow. Keep up if you can. Life burns brighter at the end.
Plants and trees.
Oh, great. You again.
Now that I have Ranulph's journal, I know who was behind the murders of his wife and child. You've been running ever since. You even faked your own death.
I knew someone would make me.
You got me. So you know everything.
Yeah, I did it. I killed his family. I took the lives of his beautiful wife and daughter. All for a little money. The one who hired me had a rival business, and he wanted Ranulph out of the game. He's long gone, though. Passed away some time ago.
After you took care of business for this man, did you also steal the journal?
Again, that was me. Years after the incident, something happened to Ranulph. One day, he just seemed to forget the whole thing ever happened. I thought it was a lucky break on my part. I figured it was the best thing for all of us.
But why didn't you just dispose of it? It would have been easier than giving it to someone for safekeeping. And if it links you to the crime, why help me find it?
Guilt. I was too much of a coward to turn myself in, but I think I was waiting for someone to figure it out. I wanted this day to come. I'm tired of running. Turn me in, arrest me, do what you want.
It's not up to me to decide your punishment. Not even the Order. I'd say it's up to Ranulph. Wouldn't you?
So be it. I'll be right here waiting for retribution. Hey, I know you don't owe me anything. But do me a favor, will you? Don't tell my son about this, okay? That's all I ask.
Who's your son?
Name's Marlon. He's my stepson. A good kid. He's nothing like me. Got his own business and everything.
Marlon? He's not a baker by any chance, is he?
You know him? Even though I'm not his real father, he sends me money on a regular basis. You know, to get by. He has a good heart. I couldn't ask for a better son. I really don't deserve a boy like him.
Light, isn't Marlon the boy Ranulph is so fond of? The one who bakes him those muffins that he loves so much?
This does complicate things, but Ranulph insisted he wants to know the truth, and that's what I'm gonna give him.
Really? Even though something like this could ruin their friendship? Do you think Ranulph's prepared for that, after losing his family all over again?
Welcome to our hotel.
There you are. Welcome home. What's wrong?
Nothing, just things on my mind. Don't worry about it.
I can't help but worry. We're finally getting the chance to talk, but you don't seem happy. It's like you don't even know how to smile anymore.
Right now, this is the best I can do. Not that I was ever good at it.
It's okay. I can make you smile again. You just have to go back to the days when the future still looked bright.
When was that?
Back before we made all those mistakes. Before we started messing around with gods and Fantasy. We thought it was our destiny to fight for the world and the future. But all those battles, all those struggles, they didn't mean anything in the end.
Was it all a mistake? Even the journey you went on with Mel?
Well, what else would you call it? We risked everything. But in the end, we couldn't save the future, and I died. If that's not a mistake, what is? That's why I have to get rid of it. Throw it all away. It didn't mean a thing. It's done and gone. No regrets, just a clean slate. We're going to have a new world, and you and I will be just like we used to be way back when.
Listen, Sarah. Let me say this. If that journey was a mistake, I'm the one who has to bear the blame. Because I sent you. It's me who has to pay the price. All you did was try your best. There's nothing wrong with that. It didn't turn out like I'd hoped, but it wasn't a mistake. You tried to do something that was good and right. You must never throw that away.
Maybe. But I don't want to remember it again. I just want to forget it all.
Right. When she said that, I didn't believe her. She'd always been able to accept hardship, fight through it, and be stronger for it. Lumina's words came back to me. She said the only fake I know is Sarah. No, that couldn't be right. The problem was in me, making me doubt her. But it was no good. The terrible thought had formed in my mind. The seed was planted. What if this Sarah was fake? And my memories of her too. Give us a reprieve so that I can save more souls.
Well, it's that time again.
Welcome to our hotel. We eagerly await your next visit.
The residents of
I'm so sorry, but I'm out of flour, so I haven't been able to bake today.
Marlon, you're so kind to come all this way just to tell me that. Never mind, I'll just have extras tomorrow.
You won't have to wait that long, I promise. I'll be back later.
I've decided to tell Ranulph the truth. The cold, harsh, unforgiving truth of his past. Even though it could cause him to lose a dear friend. Ranulph, I know who killed your family. He lives right here in Luxarian. He's been in hiding since he committed that crime.
Are you sure? Who is he?
The man's name is Reddick. His home is in the Warren for obvious reasons, and I found out something else about him too. But I'm not sure you really want to hear it.
I'd like to know, please. I'm done running from the past. I'd even forgotten about the family I once loved. From now on, I'm seeing things for what they really are.
All right. This Reddick, the man who killed your family, he has a stepson. His name... it's Marlon.
What? You mean my Marlon?
What are you going to do? Are you going to inform the Order of this information that's come to light? Or do you want to take matters into your own hands?
I'd rather not do anything. I just want to continue spending my days just like this. Nothing more. After all, we have few days left.
You forgive him?
No, but I'd rather Marlon didn't know. Imagine what it would be like to find out your father is a killer. You've helped me discover the truth, and I have no regrets. But Marlon's innocent. What would be the point of burdening him with this sort of knowledge? His smile is what kept me going all this time. His friendship is what saved me. I don't want revenge. I also don't want to be the reason Marlon loses his father.
If that's what you want, I'll respect your wishes. The case has already been closed, and the suspect declared dead. No reason to bring him back to life now.
Thank you. My family would have wanted it this way. I can almost feel them smiling at me from above. Besides, I wouldn't want anything like this to stop Marlon from baking those delicious muffins of his. I'll continue to chronicle my life in my journal, but only about the precious moments I spent with my wife and daughter. I just want to document my memories. I want to leave proof of their existence.
The scenery today is the same as yesterday, but for Ranulph, nothing is the same. His entire world has changed. The past can never be undone. Yet, he has chosen to exempt a stranger from punishment. He didn't need saving, just someone to remind him of his strength and courage.
Good old Ranulph, cheerful as always.
That falls in love. Do you remember the sound of the ocean waves? Breaking a long time after time. Believing in magic can make you strong. Tell everyone that this is a place where you belong.
A holy night that continues, people will become extinct in no time.
If you're in, welcome to our... We eagerly await your next visit.
The heretics are
You again. You're very persistent. Back for more, I take it?
Here's some money. Take this, and show me what you can do, but don't cry for me. I want you to shed tears for yourself.
What? That's a first. No one's ever asked for that before. Why do you want me to do that?
Frankly, because I think you need it. Don't you think you do too?
I don't know.
Luca, you haven't cried for yourself in centuries. You say you're fine, and that there's nothing wrong, but that's not true.
Why not? Why would I lie?
I believe that your tears help mend people's broken hearts. Hearts that have forgotten how to feel, but every time you help someone, part of your own heart dies a little.
What?
When you talked about the death of your acting coach, you weren't sad. You were smiling. It's as if you don't feel anything anymore. You don't know what it's like to cry for real anymore, do you? Just these fake tears in exchange for a little money. What's become of your emotions?
I still have them, really. I can cry for real. All I have to do is think of the past.
Okay, Then show me.
Huh. It's not working. That's weird. It's usually so easy. Huh. Why?
Time has taken everything from you, including a part of yourself. You've forgotten how you used to feel back then.
Stop it! Don't say that! That's not true at all! I remember everything! I remembered I loved him! And to this day, I still do!
Luca, I know. It's okay.
No, it's not! If I can't cry, that means my heart is gone! It means that it's been destroyed! I don't want to believe that! I won't!
I knew you had it inside you, and you proved it.
I'm crying. These tears, they're real.
I can tell. They look pretty real from here, too. I'm sorry if what I said was harsh, but it was for your own sake.
Thank goodness. My heart is okay. It's not broken. Wait, this wasn't your plan all along, was it? To help me realize the past that I'd forgotten? To save me from losing myself?
I just wanted to get my money's worth in tears. After all, I've donated more than enough. Besides, I couldn't just sit back and watch you waste away trying to help others. Someone had to help you.
I don't know what to say. I can't believe that anyone cared enough to help someone they hardly know. Thank you for opening my eyes. I'm going to stop selling my tears. I'm done.
Good.
It's okay to cry because you care about someone, but crying because people pay you to isn't what I want to do anymore. From now on, I'm going to show people my bedazzling smile instead.
Welcome to our... We eagerly await...
Has chosen to let me be? Why? But what about my sentence? I was prepared to face whatever punishment he wished upon me. What will relieve me of this guilt? How will I repent for my sins? Or maybe this is my sentence. My punishment is to live this meaningless life in hiding until the end of time. Until the day I die. Ranulph has chosen... But what about my... How will I...
No, that's not to say. You've got to be kidding me.
Where could he be?
Have you been require a room?
Let life still linger, if only for one more day.
Are you doing okay, Light?
Finally! It's rude to keep people waiting. This girl, she's got something she wants to ask.
What girl? Are you talking about that shadow?
Yep, and guess what? It's someone you know. Okay, you can come out.
Yule.
There are people here. They want to see you. All your friends. Huh? Hold on. What's going on? Oh, did you see that? They want to lend a helping hand, but you're too far. Even though they know what you're really feeling, what you need, they can't do anything for you.
I'm not looking for help from anybody.
Of course you aren't. You're God's hand-picked savior, right? You don't need friends, or even family. That's why you can't find Sarah anymore.
Whatever.
Listen, you are the savior. You must gather the souls that still walk upon this dying world, and lead them to a new world of salvation. But your sister's soul is invisible to you. And if you cannot see her, you cannot save her. You must ask yourself, if it means saving Sarah, will you fight God? One human does not have the power to defeat Benevelza. He is all-powerful.
Then I'll find another power. Something beyond me, whatever it takes, even if it kills me as well.
You cannot save anyone. Not even Sarah. Not as you are. Because first, you have to save yourself. You should listen to her. She always tells the truth.
Right, not like you. But she's telling me that I'm missing something.
Well, yeah. Haven't you figured it out? I swear, sometimes I lose my faith in you. You don't even know the first thing about your own soul, but you think you can fight God himself. I don't think I've ever met anyone so dense.
If you know it all, then tell me. What is it I'm missing?
It doesn't work like that. It doesn't mean a thing if you can't figure it out on your own.
I have to save myself. But how?
Light, can you hear me? Are you hurt?
It's all right. I'm fine.
But...
Look, I said I'm fine. Now just drop it, all right?
If you're sure. But you will tell me if something is wrong, won't you, Light?
Welcome to the...
Thanks for dropping in.
Why don't we go work with the volunteers?
Of course we have single rooms. Welcome. We have... Safe journeys.
Chocobo. I know. I'll sing a song for my very special friend. Here goes. Chocobo, choco, choco, chocobo.
We have the trendy equipment everyone.
Good evening. It's 11 p.m. and that means slaughterhouse time. Watch the world's mightiest slaughterhouse time. Hardy warriors duke it out in Houston's famous battle arena. Duke it out. Brought to you by the famous battle arena. Brought to you by the Recreation and Leisure Committee and the Association of Health Potion Wholesalers.
The Lassie Snow! You again? Are you going to... Prepare yourself for a real battle next...
Don't miss it. We've got the finest stock. Come back soon.
need to...
This is completely hopeless. Maybe I should just give up. I practice and practice, but no one cares.
No one cares about what?
Oh, you heard that, huh? Well, the thing is... Wow, look at you.
What is it?
I'm sorry. It's just that, well, you have the most amazing look. And it's like you have this incredible aura that screams, look at me! I mean, I bet people stare at you all the time. God, you're so lucky. What's your secret?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have any secret. Why don't you take a breath and calm down for a second?
Right, I'm sorry. It's just that I got so excited. See, the thing is, I need people to pay attention to me. It's not that I'm vain or anything. I'm trying to make it as a baton twirler. I've gotten really good at it too. I can twirl with the best of them, but I can't call myself a performer without an audience.
It's not exactly my field, but have you tried working on your look? Improving your stage presence?
Yeah, not so much. I spend all my time practicing the baton dawn to dusk. I've never had time to learn about clothes and fashion and things.
Neither have I. Trust me.
Shut up. That's not true, is it? I mean, look at you. And look at me. I wouldn't even know where to start. Wait! I have a fantastic idea. You wouldn't be able to help me accessorize, would you? Can you collect adornments for me? If I see enough of them, it might trigger my dormant fashion sense.
I wouldn't want to give out fashion advice, but if it's just collecting things, I guess I can do that.
Really? You'll help? Oh, you're the best! I mean, I've heard of adornments, of course, but I have no idea what's out there. Can you just collect a bunch and show me what you find? It'll be a huge help.
You can buy adornments from merchants. I also hear some people hand them out for free. Once you...
Wow! I can't believe you were able to collect so many! Okay, now give me a minute while I look through them. Now I get it! I know what I've been doing wrong all this time. I'm gonna go change. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, be completely honest. What do you think? Is this my new look? Am I new and improved?
It's good. A definite improvement.
Phew, I was hoping you'd say that. I know, there's still room for improvement. I still have a lot of work to do in the clothes department if I want to stand out. So, I hate to ask you for another favor, but can you collect more adornments for me? This is a really awesome start, but I need more inspiration if I want to be stage star amazing. Please, you have to help me out. Well, I see someone's been busy. Wow, everything's so sparkly and shiny. It's like sensory overload. Well, I see someone's been busy. Wow, everything's so sparkly and shiny. It's like sensory overload. What do you think? Pretty far out, huh? I've never dressed like this before. Oh, geez. You don't think it's too much, do you?
Depends on what you're trying to do. If you want attention and a bigger audience, I'd say you're on the right track.
Maybe you're right, but it's still not perfect. Oh, I just don't have the magnetic charisma that you have. I need something else. But what? Look, I hate to ask, but can you run out there and collect more adornments? Just a few more should do it. I'm almost there, I know it, but I need one more jolt of inspiration. You'll help me, won't you? We've come this far, you might as well. Another great haul! Oh, I can feel it. Here it comes, the inspiration. And yes, I've got it. I am totally inspired. Which means it's time to slip into my final outfit. Wait here, okay? I'll be back super quick. What do you think? Say goodbye to the old lame Candace and say hello to the brand new amazing me.
I don't know exactly what I'm looking at, but it's effective. There's no question about that. I can't tear my eyes away. Don't know what else to say besides the fact that it leaves an impression.
Oh, I can see it now. All those people staring at me, asking themselves, who is that spectacular girl with the baton? Now that I have everyone's attention, are you ready for the most amazing baton twirling you've ever seen in your entire life?
Well done, Light. But what are you gonna do with all those adornments? Maybe you could wear them yourself. If you followed her lead, you could attract just as much attention.
Oh, that's the worst idea you've ever had. Seems like something's troubling you.
Are you like a mind reader or something? Are you a witch? How could you tell? How could you tell?
I could hear you talking to yourself.
Oh, you mean I said all of that out loud? I don't like bothering people with my problems. I usually bottle it up. I guess it slipped out.
Why don't you try sharing with me? It might make you feel better, and maybe I can help.
You wouldn't mind? Well, as long as you keep it a secret. You're friends with the baton girl, right? I'm talking about the divine Candace, of course. The thing is, I've been a huge fan of hers since way before she became as popular as she is now. Watching her twirl that baton with a big smile on her face, it fills my heart with cheer. The simple fact is, I adore her. I'm totally smitten, and I've decided to confess my love. Any day now.
So, why not today?
Because she might turn me down, or even worse, think I'm a creep. Then I couldn't sit here and watch her anymore. That would be awful. I've got to do something. I can't go on living like this. So I've come up with a plan. I'm going to give her a present. That's what guys do, right? Give presents to the girl they like? She's obviously into fashion, so I'm going to give her an adornment. You know, something trendy she'd like.
Sounds like a good plan. What are you waiting for? Go get her the present.
I want to, but the adornment I want is so popular that you have to be at the shop right when it opens so you can nab one before they sell out. But I always have to work then, and I can't afford to take time off. If only I could get that present. I would totally go up to her.
All right. I'll go and buy it for you.
You will? Thanks. If you did, I could talk to Candace. Here's the flyer from the shop. It has all the details you need. Oh, and don't forget to get it wrapped. With a ribbon and everything.
According to my records, you already have the adornment he's looking for.
Here you go. I managed to get you what you wanted.
This is it. This is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. With this as a present, I will finally be able to approach Candace. All right, that's it. Work can wait. I've been putting this off long enough. It's time I talk to Candace. Hi?
Oh, hey! I haven't seen you around here in a while. And you're with that nice lady who helped me.
You know who I am? And you remember me? Gosh, I don't know what to say.
Of course I remember you. How could I forget? You were practically my very first fan. Even back when I was totally unpopular and no one would come to my shows, you'd always be there watching every baton twirl. So anyway, what do you two want to talk about?
Oh, right. That is to say, what I mean is...
Are you okay?
I want to marry you, but we could just be friends. That would be okay. Whatever you want.
You should have just said the friends bit. That's when it hit me. Realization like a bolt of lightning. Watching this young couple's first exchange, I remembered something from far in the past. I once knew a young couple who were in love. Sarah and Snow. They meant the world to each other, but it took me too long to see it. The memory brought a pang of regret. What if I'd been there when they first met? If I'd seen the seeds of their love first planted, maybe I could have given my blessing from the beginning, instead of waiting until it was almost too late. Congratulations. So, Tommaso, are you glad you finally took the plunge?
Am I? And it was all thanks to you. You gave me the courage I needed. I mean, you're like our Cupid.
Thank you, Lightning!
Light, just now when you were watching those two talk, did you say anything under your breath, perhaps?
I don't think so. I was just thinking to myself, that's all.
Oh, for some reason I thought I heard you talking about the past.
This is an announcement.
Memories I've had at times. Your family, when you were together with Sarah?
Due to the incident that occurred during the recent...
You heard that? I'm sure I didn't speak the words out loud. Maybe we've been together for so long that you're starting to read my mind.
Chaos activity is also increasing. Visitors are asked to exercise due caution when on the streets.
We have them. My fine. It has been a pleasure.
Fresh baked pastries and desserts.
If you want money for your components.
You again? Let's see, are you going to end? Bring my crowd some... It's another night of monster mayhem! Bloodsport fans, you want to see a fight? Give it up for our challenger, Lightning! Show us what you got! Time to repent.
You can't read me. Accept death.
Lightning takes the victory! You come to the slaughterhouse to see a show, and Lightning delivers! We're witnessing history tonight! Come on, fans, let's hear you roar! That was a fine performance indeed.
doesn't even begin to describe.
Houston is a place of magic. I hope you can make every... Here, this is for you. Miss Mighty Savior. I'm so happy. I wonder if the Savior will...
If you're in the market for some... Welcome to the... Thanks for dropping in. So, comedy is way more fun than death duels.
Welcome. We have rooms available. Safe journeys.
I'm not the type to have just one.
Thank you for coming. Will you be needing a room? Enjoy your journey. Come and enjoy the best service and hospitality. Our hotel
Chocobocoli! Chocobocoli!
I'm so happy, Saz.
If anything catch... Come back anytime.
I think I'll...
Are you lost?
Gracious me, where did you come from?
If you're that jumpy, maybe you shouldn't wander out here at night.
I'm not wandering. I'll have you know that I'm pursuing science. Important science. Yes, I'm on these plains for a reason. I'm here to learn more about the breeding habits of the fuzzy sheep.
Look, you're dedicated. That's great. But is it worth dying for? There are monsters out here.
Yes, I know. It is believed that fuzzy sheep mate only at night. I've tried on a number of occasions to track them back to the breeding grounds, but each time, a marauding monster has driven me away. I've been forced to make my observations from this distant spot, so as not to endanger the sheep by attracting more monsters. However, it is dangerous work.
That sounds foolhardy to me.
I accept the risks. And do you mind? I have work to do. Unless, that is, you would care to help me.
Maybe, but you're putting yourself in too much danger.
Oh, I know it's reckless, but I have no choice. The whole of science eagerly awaits my results.
Why don't I make the observations for you? I can keep the monsters away at the same time, and then let you know what I see. That sound good?
But... Oh, dash it. Very well. It is far from ideal. But what choice do I have? Monsters seem drawn to me like flies to a pile of behemoth dung. As far as I can tell, the fuzzy sheep spend the night amongst the ruins atop that hill. I hope you will meet with more success than I.
I'll do my best. Now, will you go home?
Fine. I shall await your report in Arius Village.
We can scatter them easily. Time to repent. Go for the dead. I won't go easy on you. Life burns brighter at the end. Odin, back me up! takes away the grief. This looks a lot like an egg. It can't belong to the sheep.
What do you have there? Is it an egg?
What are you doing out here? I told you to wait for me in Arius.
I couldn't just loiter around the village, twiddling my thumbs and waiting for you.
You could have been killed. But now that you're here, you might as well take a look at this. I found it in one of the sheep's nests. What do you make of it?
You did? Are you sure it was a sheep's nest? Let me see. Gracious! Could it be? This is incredible. I do believe you have found the first verified fuzzy sheep egg.
A sheep egg? You're joking. I mean, that's impossible. Sheep don't lay eggs.
Oh, I assure you it's entirely possible. As a scientist, I can tell you that many kinds of animals lay eggs, not just birds and reptiles. For example, monotremes are mammals that lay eggs, although I admit they are decidedly uncommon. So, it's all clear now. That's why the sheep return to the same place every night. They have to sit on their nests and incubate the eggs through the cold night.
These are the sheep's nesting grounds.
Yes! It's the greatest biological discovery of the century! Here, let me have the egg. I shall guard it with my life. If I can keep the embryo alive, and a fuzzy lamb hatches from it, it will be the final incontrovertible proof of my discovery. The decades of work and self-sacrifice have at last borne fruit. Thank you for everything.
for you. Appreciate it.
Here for the train?
You can win? Let's see.
It's like Armand is a completely different person. He just seems so alive.
Pray for the dead. Evil has a price. Has a price. Okay, let's do this. You think you can win? Let's see. You think you can be forgiven? Tell me that you will. I will fight evil. Time to repent. Thanks for waiting. Keep up if you can. Let the darkness embrace you. Accept death. Pray for...
Keep your eye on the clock. It's nearly time to get you back up here.
Welcome in. Come back again.
I'm as splendiferous. Wait till you lighten up right. You finally.
Have you been worshipping at the cathedral?
Welcome in. Come back again.
I prepared. Require a room?
Sid Raines.
That was once a man's name, but now it means nothing. His soul has dissolved into the swirl of chaos. I take his form as a convenience, but I'm no more than a puppet.
All right, so who's pulling your strings? Benevelza?
No, not God. I am the voice of many, of the countless multitude who call chaos home. I am the speaker for the dead. Tell me, Savior, do you know the ritual they call Soul Song?
Vanille is planning to perform it at the cathedral. She says it'll release the dead from their suffering. I guess that means you.
Vanille has been misled. There is a truth she cannot see, a truth that lies within the unseen realm.
What do you mean? What truth?
You do not understand the role of chaos.
Huh?
The chaos will drown this world, but it's also the key to our humanity. When we die, we return to it. But only for a short time. When a man dies, his soul melts into the chaos, but the idea of it, of him, survives intact. And then he is reborn anew and returns to the living world. An unseen power exists in all of us. It's the chaos that we carry in our hearts.
Our souls are made out of the chaos, which is why they return to it when we die. But they survive there, waiting for a new body, which means you could be reborn in the new world.
If the Sacred One shows us the way, she is the only one who can tell us what to do. She has the power to guide us into the future, where we can live again.
She can do what I can't. Vanille can bring salvation to the dead.
Yes, but she doesn't know what she is capable of. The Order has kept the truth from her.
Why would they lie to her? They preach salvation.
Only for the living. The Soul Song will destroy us and make you forget we ever existed. Murder on a grand scale.
You want me to stop her, right?
Yes. And then you must tell her what her real power is, so she can lead us to salvation.
Is this what you all want?
It is, but it is not God's will. If you answer our prayer, it will mean defying Benevelza. Those who try to defy the gods end up controlled by them and are destroyed in the end. Like Sid Raines.
I remember Raines fought for humanity and he was killed for it, but the spirit that drove him to stand up to the tyranny of the gods didn't die. I kept it with me. Chaos is in all of us. It's the stuff our souls are made of, and it's the reason that the dead live on in our hearts and minds.
Yes, the chaos unites humanity, a thread woven through all our lives, and it's a power God cannot see. Its potential is limitless, and that makes it more powerful than he is.
But now you're gonna tell me that it's nearly impossible to tap into. Am I right?
Yet it is possible. No one can control the chaos. If you want to make the power yours, you must have the help of those who are inside it. You know what needs to be done. You know whose soul you have to find.
You mean Sarah? Are you saying I'll be able to reach her?
You must. With the chaos, anything is possible. Find the invisible bonds that unite us across life and death. Do that, and you will have all the power you need.
Chaos. It was the key to defeating God. If I wanted to use it, I needed Sarah's help. But Sarah, how can I make you hear me? I reach out with every fiber of my being, but is it enough? Can I do more? If I throw myself into the abyss, if I cry out to you, will you hear me, Sarah? Will you answer? Hold the world aloft. Give me another day.
Nice work, Light. Light, the end is almost here. One more day, and then the destruction of the world will be complete.
Right. And there's no way I can delay it any longer.
No. This is it. You can still carry out your mission as the Savior, but today is your last chance. Tomorrow in the Cathedral, Vanille will perform the soul song for the Order, the final rites, when the souls of the dead will be released from their torment and returned to oblivion. And when the clock strikes the hour, it'll mark the end of everything.
It's an ending that not even God has the power to stop.